Okay, there we go. I almost forgot. Hold on. Let me. It's been a while since I've done any kind of streaming either, folks. Oh boy. Has it been a while? Okay, so. Um, Mute my phone here. Oh, okay, 1 second while I get some background sounds going on my headset so I don't lose power on it, and then we'll get right back into it real quick. 1 second. Okay. That should do. There we go. All right. So, it has been a while. I think the last stream that I did was easily a good month ago, if not two. Um, so, everything is kind of ready on man, so let's go ahead and um, kind of look at what plans for the future. Or at least that's the idea that I'm coming up with today. So for anyone that so for anyone that's new for the channel, uh, because it's been a good month or two that I haven't streamed, I figured I'd go back over through what the you know what I was doing prior, and I'll probably be talking about what might be happening in the next couple months, if not even more. So, we're going to be keeping with the Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. The 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. PST Twitch streams that I have. And of course, for Monday, we're going to be keeping with the uh, finish my started series. For anyone that's curious, that is still up on um, my YouTube channel. Although, you know, um, I'm behind on my YouTube videos, so I do really need to get working on that. Wednesday is going to be the continuation of World of Warships. So we're going to be continuing with the Wednesday Warships, more of the World of Warships every Wednesday, as always. And Friday is going to be the flex day, or in this particular case, it is going to be um, the finishing of Mass Effect 1 Evil series. Uh, Now, it's been a while. The last I left off on that, um, just finished off the two initial planets, and we're going to be going to, oh, what was it called? Mm, I can't remember. Um, yeah, there was one world that we had to kind of go to, and that kind of leads into, um, or no, wait, was it the infiltrators? The I believe it was for um, that was the planet that I'm going to be needing to go to was the one where um, I lose one of the other two, or I lose um, Ashley or what's his name? Um, Kerrigan, Kerrison, Kristen. I don't. Like I said, it's been a while since I've streamed, so it's I'm a little I don't have everything kind of fresh in my mind right at the moment. Um, so we're gonna pick that right back up. I still have a list of planets that a list of systems that I've already explored on that, and we're gonna continue exploring the rest of the galaxy that I can find, trying to pick up as many of the missions as I can, just so I can try to get close to 100% on this evil version to finish that off. And then, of course, um, I'm probably going to take a break from Mass Effect. I still have Mass Effect 2, but I think I'm going to kind of take a break from Mass Effect. Mass Effect 1 is kind of leaving me with a bad taste in my mouth with the Evil series. So we're probably going to move on to another game. Once again, I'll go ahead and post a poll like I normally do to see what everybody has, what the next game that everybody wants to for me to play. Um, so we'll keep on doing that for the time being. Obviously, 2 hours isn't a huge amount of time to dedicate towards it, but seeing that I'm still going to be waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning for work. Actually, I'm waking up at 6 just to make sure that I'm suited up and everything for work. Um, so yeah, it's still gonna be late. I'm probably gonna be pretty tired during these streams. So then we have our Saturday and Sunday. Um, so Saturday is going to stick with the 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. schedule. And as always, we're going to be doing Warframe. Uh, if something, if well, let me finish off the. Uh, let me kind of finish off my thought lines on this first on the schedule. Um, I know that Gar Prime is going to be put into the vault fairly soon, and I am missing one part for Gar Prime, so we're going to go ahead and um, this upcoming Saturday I might go a little bit more in depth on where I might really kind of just constantly um, I might do a long stream with with Warframe to try to get that last part before Gar's vaulted. So so this upcoming Saturday, it may be a longer stream than the 4 hours. We'll see. Um, but uh, maybe maybe I can get the part and I'll do the 4 hours. Um, hard to say. But there's a lot of things to kind of catch up on that. And of course, I don't have a whole lot of time to dedicate to streaming because I'm still working. um, so, and then of course we have our Sunday, which again it's going to be the 2 to 6 p.m. PST. And then of course that is the coding day that I have where um, we're going to continue with the game GGG on Unity. Um, so um, that's gonna pick right back up again, and we're gonna continue with that. So um, now, one thing that I'm going to be doing, um, I think maybe not this weekend, but maybe the weekend after. So let's see. Let me let me look at this a little bit. Ooh, September 11th, not exactly ideal um, for a 200 stream. Um, so recently I got 200 followers. Well, I got 200 followers before I had to kind of take a break. So I do want to um, create like a special event for the fact that I broke the 200 follower um, um, I guess 200 follower goal. Um, so um, I'm thinking I'll just go ahead and do a um, some kind of form of community game um, so that I can invite as many people as I possibly can into a game, with everybody that follows, um, and maybe uh, you know, hopefully have a good time with everybody there, with all of my followers. But we'll have to kind of see um, about that. Um, I don't have a huge list of games uh, that we can pick from. I don't have a ton of them. At least, um, you know, I don't have too many games where it's like um, that isn't like limited to like 4 people. So, or at least a game where a lot of people agree that it's a fantastic game that everybody can kind of play. Um, one idea that I was kind of kicking around is maybe um, um, Oh, what? Ah, why am I blanking on the name? Um, oh, right. Duh. Silly me. Uh, one game that I know, that can host, multiple people is Among Us. So, um, you know, up to 15 people, and I can just have the Discord available for everybody. Well, I mean, it's available for everybody anyway, but um, I'll maybe try to do, like everybody hop on in, and we'll just do like a regular, chatting with Among Us, maybe. That's a possibility. Um, I don't play Among Us very often, uh, so it's gonna be that would be interesting, to say the least. Um, let's see. Um, I mean, uh, there's marbles, but I mean that's not really that fun per se, unless I can try to hype it up. But I mean, I've done marbles on stream before, and I haven't had a whole lot of viewership come back and watch. So it is what it is. Um, but I mean, it's an option. I can definitely pick it, and obviously it allows for a lot more people to come in and join me. I can just easily hop on Discord, and we can just kind of chat about, you know, uh, the past couple of years of streaming. Um, that's definitely possible. Um, I tried at one point in time to go for the old game of Rift, but not a whole lot of people joined me on that one. So, and not many people like to get into MMOs anyway. And so that's kind of a hit or miss. Um, not quite sure like what other games that I can do that I have that might be good for a lot of people. Um, maybe I can do like a massive multiplayer of, Civ 5. Who knows? Um, I don't know. Um, if anyone has any suggestions um, what you would like to kind of see um, for my you know um celebration plans, um, then feel free to go to my Discord, put it in the game suggestion box that I have. Go to the category of games and put it under suggestions. Um, you're welcome to um, put in any suggestions there. I'll check it out. Um, Still kind of limited by the amount of money that I have, even though, I'm making a paycheck now. It's a small one, but it's still a paycheck. Um, so if it's not some, so if it's a game that isn't like, you know, $60 or something like that, then we'll look into it. Um, um, Obviously, I want to try to include as many of my followers and viewers as I possibly can in this particular celebration. I um, think I'll probably try to aim it for um, maybe September 19th. maybe. Um, try to aim for a weekend so that it would be, uh, I can try to extend it uh, for a long playthrough. Maybe do like an 8-hour stream. Um, you know, it all depends um, who all wants to join. Um, let's see. Um, let's see. Anything else about it? Um, yeah, I'm not sure. Not 100% sure. We'll have to kind of look and see, what's going to be good for everybody. Um, you know, there's such things as um, hmm, I mean, lately the whole Gartic phone has been picking up quite a bit, but most that I can draw is like stick figures, so eh, not exactly something that I would be uh, fantastic with. But I mean, it might garner a laugh or two. Who knows? um, could maybe try to do like I could try to like maybe pick up a um, like a Jackbox game. Try one of those. That way I can, include the audience with it as well. Um, hmm. I haven't purchased the Jackbox game, um, so I don't have those on hand. But I mean, they're not that expensive, um, so I can probably pick one up without too much hassle. So, um, you know, um, I'll just go ahead and put down, suggested welcome. Okay. Uh, or there we go. Okay. Um, now September is also the September of Twitch, meaning that um, subscriptions are cheaper during the month of September. It starts on the 2nd and goes all the way to the 30th. I thought it was just like a week event, but no, it goes for a good majority of the month. Do I want to do a subathon with this celebration at the same time? Yeah. Um, the September's never really, or the my subathon really never took off uh, whenever I did one. So mm, this is kind of a hit or miss for me. Um, I can always try put it in for that. Maybe put a like a 5. You know, try to aim for like maybe 5 subs as a goal for it. I don't know. But we'll have to kind of see. But I'm as I've kind of stated in the past, I've always seen streaming as more of a hobby. So I know how difficult it can be to make a career out of it. So I don't aim for it. I don't aim for that kind of idea about it all anyway. Um, so that's why I have a job. That's why I have a less a you know I my schedule isn't as full time as it used to be anymore. But that's okay because I'm making a paycheck. I'm living again. I can actually afford food. Um, so uh, so we'll again. I don't know if I really want to do that. Um, it's great when you have um, you know when I can provide enough entertainment that people want to give me subscriptions, but I'm not looking for it. So um, maybe I'll put it in. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. So uh, I'll just go on and put like a little question mark on that. I don't know if I really want to put that tacked on to the full over celebration. Um, it the follower celebration is meant to kind of say thank you to everybody that has followed me. Um, so it'd be I would see it kind of in bad form to basically ask for subscriptions along with that. So probably not. Probably not. Okay. So I may do like a subathon on another day. Who knows? Let's see. What else? Um, so uh, I want everybody to know that um, while my training at my work is done, uh, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not gonna still be busy. I'm still gonna need to put some time in to um, work on certifications for the job, and that's going to require some of my time to study for that. Now, of course, um, um, so of course I still have work hours that I can do for that, but um, probably going to need to continue doing more hours, um, outside of work to try to really kind of get that certification done and out of the way, or the certifications done and out of the way. There's 4 possible certifications available for my particular batch of workers. They say that we only need to get, well, one is required, one is suggested, and the other two aren't really within the scope. But if I haven't really been hired by any particular company as a consultant, then um, my studying is going to probably continue towards those certifications. Um, Now, what happens if I do get hired? Uh, what happens when I do get hired as a consultant? Well, that may put um, that may cause some hiccups in streaming. Okay, why do I say that? Right now, I know my schedule. I know right now I have a 10 to 6 schedule at work, the Eastern time zone. Okay. However, if I do get hired as a consultant for another company, um, they may not want me to be remote, first off. Okay. Um, so they may want me to move. So if the work isn't remote and they want me to move, then obviously streaming is going to come to a stop. Um, and I'm going to have to kind of go to where they want me to move to. And um, depending on the location that I go to, I might not be able to get um, obviously I'll need my computer. I'll try to put my computer, you know, up in my room, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to kind of stream at the same time. I don't know. It all depends on where I move to. Okay. Um, move into a studio apartment, move into an apartment, move into a one bedroom. I don't know. It's that is going to be a very um, difficult transition. Um, right now, I really don't want that to happen. Okay, I want to try to keep remote for the time being, so that I can, um, build up uh, I can build back up my savings that I've had to try to get, so that I can kind of handle a little bit more, so that if they do say, okay, you did remote for a time being, now we're going to need to come back into our corporate office, then obviously I'm going to have to do that. But right now, you know, uh, saying that I'm only getting paid minimum wage right at the moment, not exactly, not exactly rolling in rolling in cash right at the moment. Um, so I'm trying to build up my savings again to try to handle a potential move, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. If it's a move to a location where I have like maybe some friends or family, then great. It's not going to be that hard of a move. But if it's to somewhere that I have no one there, then it's going to be harder, obviously. So we'll have to see. Um, just had an interview for one company. Um, probably not going to get that one. Um, because I still haven't gotten the my first necessary certification, and I need to buckle down and get that. Um, I wasn't too happy with the second half of the training. Um, you know, uh, don't get me wrong. I do appreciate their format. You know, um, I do appreciate the fact that they're willing to pay some and pay us. Granted it's minimum wage, but pay us for the training, um, so that we when we pass their training, they basically help us get into the clients that they have. And I appreciate that. It helps get that foot in the doorway that I've been looking for years. So I'm not I'm not hating on the program. Okay, just that last teacher wasn't wasn't the best. Yeah, in my particular opinion. Okay, it might not have been the same for everybody else in my particular group, but for me, not exactly the best. Whatever. Um, I had to kind of do a lot of self-study to kind of try to make up for the fact, and hence the reason why I've been away for so long. Um, I had to devote a lot more time uh, after hours to try to make up for the loss of a mentor. So, or at least in my view, anyway. Mentors really speed up the process, in my particular opinion, but um, because they're able to kind of explain certain details a little bit better than what like a textbook could do. So, but it is what it is. Uh, hey there, brother. How you doing there? Hey, bros, popping in and out. No problem there. No problem there, bro. You have yourself a good night. I'll catch you next time, okay? I'll things have been a little crazy right at the moment, but um, I'll keep on trying to stop in for your streams as well. Oh, if anyone is curious, feel free to check out my brother. Um, see, let me see if this still works. There it is. Um, so go ahead and check out his content. Check out the games that he plays. So um, uh, finishing my last pickups. Gotcha, gotcha. Understandable. Um, well, you drive safe, okay? Don't don't uh don't do anything crazy. Um, now um, ideally, I'd want to try to find a job that is remote so that I can kind of keep on working. Have you taken the test yet? I have taken the certification test once, but I didn't pass. So I need to look at the areas that I was lacking in and study up a little bit more on it. Uh, so um, I got close. I think I missed about 6 questions. Or I need to, you know, um, I was about like 6 questions shy of getting the certification, but at the same time, the questions can change for the second time through, so um, I need to make sure that I understand the material well enough so that the second time through, I won't have too much of a difficulty with it. So we'll see. I do want to try to pass that certification test the second time. I don't want to wait. I don't want to deal with the third. So Um, but obviously, that's gonna be on my end. What I'm gonna be kind of doing off hours, obviously off streaming hours. You guys don't need to worry about that. Matter of fact, um, I don't know if I technically should be able to. I probably shouldn't be streaming my study. Uh, Probably it might I might upset my company that I'm working for if I was to do something like that. So probably a good thing not to do any kind of streaming of the study and along those lines. But obviously, if I do pass it, then I'll let everybody know, here that hey, I got it. So, um, how many chances did I give you? Um, right now, I guess it's kind of sky's the limit for the time being. But um, right now, I have a voucher that's good for 2 tries. So I just want to make that voucher, worth it. I want to basically say, hey, you know, I don't want to have to ask for another voucher, or or if I'm kind of worried that, hey, if they may say, well, you've already used 3 tries, we're washing our hands with you. Okay, I don't want that to happen either. So hence the reason why I'm going to be continuing to study as much as I can. Um, but um, thankfully for the um, for what I'm doing right now at work, they're giving a lot of hours during the day for self-study. Um, so that's what I'm going to be doing, or that's what I'm going to continue to do. Maybe I can see about if they're willing to, have like one of their main trainers for that particular um, for the language to maybe talk with me a little bit more, try to like have a back and forth with it. But I mean, that's business. So um, let's not worry about that. You know, so streams will pause if not end. Um, Obviously, you know, I'll want to try to continue with the streaming, but for the time being, we'll have to we'll have to see if that happens. Um, Hopefully, um, they may hire me as remote, which means streams will continue. But here's the thing: um, stream times may change. Okay, because um, if uh, if there's like say a company on the East Coast and they want me to do, like a 8 to 5 starting, then that will mean that, I would have to, um, you know, I would have to start work at 5 o'clock in the morning. So that would mean that I would have to basically wake up, you know, well, depending on the dress code, I might have to wake up, uh, um, you know, wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning just to make sure that I can work on their with their particular schedule. Um, Hard to say. Um, if if it is that I have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, then that will mean that uh, the 6 to 8 probably not going to happen. I may have to kind of move it back even more. I may have to kind of change my 6 to 8 during the week to something like um, 4 to 6 or something. Um, hard to say. Hard to say. Um, it's if I do get hired as a consultant, there's going to be a lot of uh, there's going to be a lot of questions as to what is possible. Um, the um, Either way, um, if I do get hired as a consultant, I need to um, review a contract. I say that because sometimes whenever you're working on a coding project and um, it's under the umbrella of multiple different development companies, they may say that um, what I'm currently working on may fall under um, may fall under their umbrella, and they may say, "Oh, you're working on our program. Okay, well, because you're working on it, um, you know, while working for us, we're going to gain ownership of your code." And that has happened before. Not to me, but I know other developers where they have tried to build something offline, and the company that they worked for basically took ownership of it. So, and seeing that, the idea for this was to eventually get it into a potential game where I could potentially sell it off. Yeah, I wouldn't want that to happen. I wouldn't want them to take ownership of it. So if there is a um, such a point in our contract where they basically say, "Hey, any work that you do off hours belongs to us," then um, I may have to basically stop all of my coding on Sundays. Hard to say. Once again, I don't really know. Obviously, I'll be asking uh, the company in question whether or not, one, they're fine with me continuing to stream, which currently my current company right now is perfectly fine with it. So they don't mind streamers and development and the like. They don't take ownership of that. Okay, so hence the reason why I can continue to code without any problems. I can continue to stream without any problems because um, you know my current company, you know, which just you know has consultants um, that they send out to their clients. Um, I'm not in a direct competition with them, and therefore there's no problems. They don't see any problems with me doing any kind of streaming or coding on the side. That may change depending on uh, when I do get hired as a consultant. You know, if if say for example I get hired as a consultant, for, you know, Google, for example. Just to throw out an example of that. The likelihood of that happening probably slim to no. But um, I'm just using it as an example. And say Google wants to, Google has done, um, uh, they've built up gaming systems in the past before. So they may look at me designing my game and decide, oh, well, that's ours now. We take ownership of it. So, um, because it might be in their contract. So, I have to kind of be a little careful, um, along those lines. So that's all. Um, if that happens, then obviously my Sundays will have to change into just a into like you know a gaming day. Much like the other days. Um, maybe I'll do Warframe for both days. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see on that. Again, it's very up in the air when it comes to what happens when I do get hired as a consultant. So, um, but obviously, I'll keep you all informed on that. Okay. Don't feel like I'm going to be, um, you know, um, hiding away that kind of information from you all. Okay. At the very least, you can go to my Twitter account and my Discord, and I'll try to keep everybody up to date along those lines. If my schedule changes or if I have to make a change in a game, you know, such as eventually I will finish the Mass Effect 1 Evil series. Um, so eventually I will pick a new game for that. So I will post a poll up for that for a new game, and um, you'll just have to, uh, you know, vote for whatever game that you want to see me replace Mass Effect 1 with. Um, so, um, what else? What else do I want to do? Um, so one other thing that I need to talk about is Robot Stream Team. So, um, as you've, um, if you've followed along on my YouTube channel, I've been trying to post a lot of my videos um, in respective playlists, um, and one of which is the Finish What I Started series. That's on my YouTube channel, and on when I those those first couple of videos are all about the stream team. Okay. Um, I haven't posted all of those videos yet, but um, it gets into a good portion of what the stream team is all about on those first couple of videos. Now, I'm going to continue trying to promote it. Okay. Um, if anyone has any, if you want to join the Robot Stream Team, then there's a link down below on my Twitch About page for that. Um, the concept of it is meant to try to promote everybody that's on the team and have certain sub teams that are meant to try to promote everybody on the team. Currently, it's me and two others, um, Crazy and Mikey. So And I would love to see the stream continue to grow, stream team continue to grow. Now, it's not an official Twitch. It's not an official Twitch team. Okay, I'll let you know. You have to actually have a partner. Um, uh, Basically, um, you would need a partner in order to make it official on Twitch. I don't have any. I don't know of any partners. I don't have any friends that are partners. So, um, so it's not an official Twitch stream team. But that's okay because the idea of the stream team is meant to be a multi-platform stream team. Okay, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook gaming, what have you, any other streaming services that are out there. It's meant to have a broad scope along those lines, meaning that um, I want people to be able to join the team from whatever streaming service they have, and they still get promoted one way or another. Okay, um, so I have, in the link down below on my Twitch About page, it will take you to the application form, where you just kind of fill out, all the questions that I posted there. Mainly, it's ideas as to, what who you are as a streamer, um, and what do you want to kind of see, um, you know, come about from the stream team. Um, but at the same time, um, the stream team allows for non-streamers as well, meaning that um, if you don't stream, you're still welcome on the team. Okay, meaning the fact that um, there are positions on the team that anyone could fill, anyone could do. Okay, you don't have to be a streamer to help out other streamers. Okay, you know, uh, moderators, artists, um, musicians, you know, technical editing. These are all um, you know uh, potential. Uh, I don't necessarily want to say jobs, but um, tasks that people can kind of help out with. Okay. Um, and at the same time, I don't necessarily want people to put um, too much time. I don't want, uh, it's meant to um, allow for everybody to kind of contribute, but I don't necessarily want people spending, you know, 8 hours during the day to try to promote, you know, multiple people. Okay, it's meant to be voluntary, so um, I don't want people, um, you know, I don't necessarily want people like sacrificing, their own livelihoods or, um, any off time hours that they might have to help someone else out. Okay, you know, um, so I tend to recommend like, maybe 1 to 2 hours a week, just to say, hey, go see this person, go see that person. Here's another person to kind of go see. There's various jobs, as I mentioned, the various sub teams that people can do to help out. So um, feel free to check it out. If you have any kind of questions, go to my Discord as always, and feel free to ask me there, or chat with me. Um, here during my normal streaming time, or um, go to my videos and put some comments in there, ask away, because um, I don't mind answering those kind of questions. Okay, I do want to see the team grow to try to get um, to try to boost everybody up. Now, uh, Mikey, he did have an idea um, for a sub team, and I do want to try to maybe put that in play, because it was a good idea, and I may be adding that soon if I haven't already. But um, like I said, it's been a couple. It's been close to a month since last time I streamed, if not a little bit more than a month. Um, but um, so I'm probably gonna try to get that sub team going, and include him in that sub team so that he can do what he wants to do for the team. And it's a really good idea. I do really appreciate um, his thought line on that. But obviously, I need to try to flesh out the details on that. That's the reason why I don't necessarily want to say it here on the stream right now. Plus, I need to kind of get an idea, you know, look back at his suggestion again and make sure that you know, um, I can build it right back up again. Um, so if you look at the Google document that I made for the robot stream team, and there is an idea that might help out, like promoting, other streamers, helping out other streamers in some way, that I haven't included as a sub team, then that's one of the reasons why I included a question on the Google form, for anyone to kind of put any kind of suggestions that they might want to have with the robot stream team. Now, if it's something that could be like tacked on to one of the other subgroups, then obviously we can kind of talk about it a little bit more. Um, but um, some of it requires um, a lot of the positions are just kind of planning out things. You know, an idea of, hey, um, let's try to build up a collaboration between like multiple different streamers. Now, obviously, it'd be great to be able to for to try to build up collaboration within the team, but at the same time, um, you know, they and the our um, our collaboration event um, sub team might know other streamers that might play a game that they can try to arrange for a collab between streamers that isn't associated with the robot stream team and others that are on the robot stream team. Okay. Right now, uh, Mikey doesn't stream, so it's just, or at least I don't think he streams. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't think he does. But um, I do know that me and Crazy, well, I'm picking streaming back. My headset died on me. I need to get my music back up and running here. Okay. And no, sorry, I can't play any music because copyright. Yay. Um, okay. Um, I don't necessarily want my channel getting taken down by playing music. Sorry. Um, okay, so mm, so what's gonna happen with Robot Stream Team? Well, I'm going to continue trying to promote it, as always. Um, I'm going to talk with Mikey a little bit more as to how he wants to kind of proceed on this. But seeing that he's out in Europe, it's a little bit harder to kind of communicate with him. But um, but seeing that it's just me and Crazy that's doing a lot of like streaming and YouTube videos right at this moment in time on the team, that doesn't give a lot of um, wiggle room for like promotions and like. But with Mikey's idea, which is, um, he was he, well, okay. The idea is something along the lines of being a um like a team promoter, someone that kind of goes around and um promotes the team to other streamers. Um, and I have to kind of be careful with that because, you know, I don't necessarily want I don't necessarily want bad elements coming into the stream team. So, bad elements in the fact that, I don't want necessarily want um, apparently there's been a lot of stream readers that have been um, very negative to other streamers. Apparently, that's been kind of happening a little bit more lately, and it's it's not ideal, obviously. Um, and we don't necessarily want that particular element in the team. So we wouldn't want those kind of streamers as members. Okay. The idea is meant to be able to help each other out, pay it forward, those kind of ideas, those kind of mentalities. So, um, we want to make sure that we don't have anything that might um, color the team in a bad light. So, um, um, now, uh, I could try to ask others on my follower list to see if they're willing to join up with the Robot Stream team, even though technically I've been saying, hey, join me anyway, but um, they haven't filled out the application yet. So, I don't know. Maybe Mikey was mentioning the fact that my documentation is um, my Google document, trying to explain everything about the team is quite extensive and might frighten people away. And I can't say you know uh, that's not unheard of. I can definitely see it because the Google document is lengthy because it's meant to try to explain everything about all the sub teams that I created for the team. You know what the idea for it is, what the the mission for the team is all about. You know, um, I didn't want to leave any wiggle room for someone to come in and say, well, you didn't state it, so we're just gonna go ahead and do things along these lines. And it's like, yeah, no, that's not exactly ideal. So, um, now if I remember correctly, I think I should have actually held the elections um, for the team leader already. But I mean, I was so busy with training and the like, I probably lost track of it. Um, so, um, so I may need to kind of look into um, whether or not I need to do, uh, you know, uh, leadership elections. Now, again, um, seeing there's just three of us, probably not gonna happen. Or well, I'll I'll ask um, Crazy and Mikey if they want to step up into the leadership position for the robot stream team. Um, but if they don't, then obviously, hey, I'm still the leader. um, I can also see if they want to maybe step up into any of the uh, vice vice leads um, or the like the vice president of the team. Um, I can understand if they don't want to, but I'll need to kind of look into that again, um, and if the date has already passed, then obviously I'll be talking with them about it and start that up. Okay, but to my knowledge, uh, I haven't gotten any additional applications for the team yet, but you know, um, you know, if the application again is still down below on my Twitch about page, so feel free to kind of check that out. Um, fill it out, submit it, and I'll review it. Um, we still don't have enough members. Well, it's just the three of us, so we don't we don't have all the sub teams filled. Uh, Ideally, when the team starts taking off and we start have more memberships, then obviously um, there will be a sub team that is built around reviewing applications, so the process will be a little bit more streamlined. But um, right now I'm the gateway right now on for the robot stream team. So, and again, uh, like I said, um, we welcome streamers and non-streamers alike. Um, sub teams are available for anyone that wants to take up those particular positions. If you feel that there might be a job that I had missed or that doesn't fully get covered by any of the sub teams, um, then go ahead and put that in the application and go ahead and let me know. And I'll review the applications and send you that email as to whether or not uh, it's a you know uh, a yay or nay on your application. Um, you know, obviously, you know, who's, I can't say 100% that everybody's going to be brought into the team because, like I said, I need to kind of keep an eye out for those that don't that want to harm others. That's not the purpose of the team. That's not within the mission statement. So, I have to kind of keep an eye out for those kind of elements, but it might not always work out. um, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we don't have those particular elements in there, but not much I can really do about that. Um, so let's see. What else? Um, what else about the robot stream team that I want to kind of talk about? Um, I have to see whether or not Crazy's promoting it. Um, so I'll probably need to check out his videos and see um, if he's been promoting it. If he hasn't been, then I'll need to chat with him a little bit and see if he can maybe start putting like a link to the robot team in his descriptions. Um, but I'll chat with him about it, see if he's doing anything along those lines. Um, but I mean, he's only doing the YouTube videos now, so feel free to kind of check out his content. Insomniac Gaming Theater. He did stream for a while, but you can still kind of find him on his YouTube channel. So, um, you know, just trying to get word of mouth. Get the team promoted as much as possible so we can continue to bring in more people that um, try to build up that community, build up that team to so that it could be helpful for everybody that's on it. So, um, let's see. Uh, what else? Um, um, what else do I need to talk about on this? Let's see. I think that's about it that I can think of right at the moment. Um, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I should talk about for the most part. Um, oh, last thing that I do need to talk about, my YouTube channel. I'm way behind in posting videos. Um, Now, I'm not making a ton of money, so um, I wouldn't be able to hire anyone at this point in time to be an actual editor. Um, but I do need to work on posting those videos onto my YouTube channel. Okay, I've been way behind on doing that, and I have a lot of backlog. Um, is is my headset working? No, it should be working. What's going on here? Oh, well, okay. So Streamlabs is hanging. Great. That's not exactly ideal. Um, that wasn't great, but oh well, what can one do? Okay. But now that I'm not as stressed about income as I was in the past, um, you know, I may be able to get myself to um, take all the backlog and start posting them a little bit more. Um, now, uh, if if I do get, hired as a consultant, then I might be able to, you know, afford, someone to try to edit my videos down into something that's a little bit more manageable. Something that's, 15 minutes, if not maybe a little bit more. Um, I can't. I, I I just can't do it. I look at it and my eyes kind of bleed. I don't really want to. I don't even want to try because um, I always I always wonder, what to keep and what to remove. I wouldn't really know, what would be good content. Okay. I don't really know. Um, my videos aren't always like, happy-go-lucky, super bouncy, um, laugh every second kind of content. Um, Sometimes it's just me like analyzing the games that I play, and that's not for everybody. And I get that, hence the reason why you know, after what has been 2.5 years, I only have 200 followers. So I mean, I get it. I get it. You know, not everybody can be entertaining. Um, but like I said, I'm not I didn't really view true streaming and YouTubing as a career. Okay, I saw it as something for me to kind of pass the time by. Um, so I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to continue to, um, you know, play the games that I want to play and have fun while doing it. So hopefully you'll continue to join me as I do that. We'll see whether or not the coding will continue. Again, don't really know. Um, Now, if um, I'm still not in a good position to, okay, uh, one thing that I do want to try to talk about is video bugs. Um, so um, one of my followers, Jedi, um, I talked about how my computer is fairly limited as to what it can do right at the moment. And while I am making a little bit, I'm, I'm, I'm making a little bit of money to try to handle any potential moves in the future. I'm still not in that position where I'm gonna feel absolutely comfortable spending what money I do have on um, hardware upgrades, especially for my computer that's already uh, how old is it now? I think it's been about 5 years. It's about 5 years old now. So um, it would probably be better for me to just kind of look into um, getting um, a brand new computer. But obviously, um, you know, while um, while I might have like a little donation for maybe purchasing a computer sometime in the future, obviously, um, that's not always going to be something that um, as I kind of mentioned in the past, I'm not making anything here uh, on the streaming channel to really pay for it from the channel itself. So, um, so for the time being, you know, uh, the um, the idea for a PO box is gonna have to uh, it's gonna have to continue to wait. Okay, so you know if I do get that remote work, remote consultancy, okay, then I may do that PO box, okay, and that you know uh, because Jedi was willing to send the graphics card to me, okay, or a better one than what I had. Now, I don't know whether or not it's compatible with my computer or not. Um, you can look at the specs. I posted them down below on my Twitch about page. Um, so I don't know whether or not that particular card is going to be compatible with the hardware that I already have. Um, if it isn't, then obviously I can't use it. Um, but um, you know, uh, so this requires um, you know remote consultant work in order to uh, for me to really kind of do that. Um, as it is, I would have to walk a block or two just to get to a place where there is a possibility of a PO box. So, not exactly an ideal walk, especially in Vegas during the summer. So, um, and at the same time, um, you know, I don't necessarily want to open up a PO box for just like a single delivery either. Um, so, uh, so most likely, Um, uh, um, I'll be, um, building up my funds for a new computer purchase. Now, um, now obviously that's a little difficult nowadays, especially um, with the way the pandemic has really kind of slowed things down quite a bit. Um, Manufacturing has slowed. Um, so, um, from what I understand, the best graphics card that is out there has like a wait list. Meaning that um, like the premier graphics card is just you know has so many people just wanting to purchase it that it's almost impossible. Um, so that may take a year. Okay. Um, uh, we'll have to kind of see on that. Now, ideally, if I do get a remote consultant work, then that'll be great because then I can be getting, um, a decent income and I can continue living where I currently am, in the same kind of setup, and I don't have to worry about um, too many hassles. Okay, matter of fact, um, if things go, if if it goes the way I want it to go, then I may consider moving to my own place at some point. Okay, but obviously that's later down the line. Okay, that's like a 5-year plan. Okay, um, but I first need to have this first. Okay, so there's always there's always a you know there's always a stairwell that I'm gonna continuously climb to try to get to where I want to be. So um, now um, if people want to, you know, I mean, I don't have a lot of people that are like chatting with me. I haven't reached that like community that would be like, sending me stuff on the constant for a PO box to be really worth it in my particular opinion. Okay. And even then, um, I just having a PO box open just for one piece of hardware coming towards me, it's like, um, I don't really see that as something that I would be, um, I would really be kind of gung ho to kind of go for. But we'll see. We'll see. Um, so, um, but ideally, I think once this happens, once that remote consultant work happens, which that would be ideal, then and this would be my first, um, kind of major purchase. Okay, which um, uh, ideally, what I would do is, um, wait for funds to build and then purchase all the parts separately to build, and maybe even stream the computer build. You know, that that might be that might be a possibility. Okay. Um, Now, am I a fantastic computer builder? No, not really. I mean, it's been ages since I've actually put together a computer. Um, but I know that ideally this is kind of the way to go to try to get all the parts that you kind of want to get and try to make it fairly cheap. Now, ideally, and well, the um, the problem with um, doing a computer build by yourself is the fact that, if you're not used to it, if you're not uh, the amount of time that it might take, some people might say, it's not worth my time. But seeing that I'm streaming, maybe it might be worth my time to kind of do that. Maybe everybody might enjoy me doing a stream of, with a computer build. I don't really know. But I think that is where um, that might be something that people might be interested in seeing. Um, but um, but obviously, ideally, that's what I want to do. To make sure that I build a computer that I kind of want to build. Um, and of course, um, my eyes will always kind of try to look for top of the line at if I get this, then I'm going to be looking for like the top tier possibility for purchasing a brand new computer. Um, which means that the 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 computer itself is probably going to get put into the thousands, easy. So um, so we'll have to see. Um, let's see what else. Um, what else to talk about? Um, more collabs with my brother, possibly. Um, Now, from what I understand, he's going to be trying to look. He's kind of tired with his current job. Okay, he's kind of done with it. He really does not want to stay there anymore. Okay. Um, I don't know. Um, you know, I don't know exactly what he's going to be kind of looking for along those lines. Um, and even then, he's no spring chicken anymore. Neither am I. So, um, but I mean, if he can find work that allows him to do, uh, that has more weekends free for him, then, um, we may be able to do a little bit more collabs with him. Um, so, um, which means, we still have more Portal 2 to finish. Um, you know, actually, I should say, Portal 2 multiplayer. And then, of course, we still have, the Civ 6 multiplayer that we have um, to finish as well for those particular collabs. Um, Now, there's other games that we have, um, like um, like uh, uh, like Orcs Must Die 1 and 2. That's still a possibility for us to play. I know that my brother has Raft, so that's a possibility for multiplayer at some point in time, or for a collab later down in the future. Um, if if that's a if that's a possibility, I would love to get to a point where both of us can do this. Okay. But obviously, we both have to be in a position where not only are we stable financially, but we are stable in terms of amount of time dedication. So, um, his his weekends are not stable whatsoever. So, um, so it's a little tougher on him to consider doing any kind of collabs right at this moment in time. And don't get me wrong, I completely understand it. I'm just saying, mm, if if he does switch to a different job himself, then you know you may see these as something that may happen even more on my weekends. Meaning, um, instead of just having, these two happening on my weekends, Saturday and Sunday, Warframe and coding, now I may have as well some collabs with my brother. That's a possibility. Okay. Um, but again, that is dependent on his schedule. So I'm not saying that that's a guaranteed. Just saying that it's not a guaranteed. Um, but it's a possibility for what may come in, sometime in the future. Okay. Um, Again, we'll see. Um, what else could be potential in the future as well? Um, we may do like a Minecraft realm. Okay. Um, Now, um, my brother has been doing a lot of Minecraft on his streams, which you can find that he does it every morning, say like around 8 to 10 PST. Well, not every morning. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays are typically his stream times. So um, feel free to kind of check on his channel, like I posted earlier in the chat. Strange Worlds Unlimited. Go check out his channel, give him a follow, check out his content over there. But he's been doing quite a bit of Sims 4 and Minecraft. So, um, there's been the idea of trying to do like maybe a co-op, Minecraft wise. Now, I've played a ton of Minecraft back in the day. I mean, I was there when it was um, it was pretty much in beta. I remember, when I was playing it, it didn't have a survival mode. It was it was just creative. So just to kind of give you an idea as to how much Minecraft I've played over the years. But um, oh, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:30 to 9:30. Okay, there you go. He's obviously he's the expert on his times. Um, Matter of fact, let me go ahead and you know go ahead and post his link again in the chat so anyone that is new that is watching can go check out his channel. Um, so um, yeah, so you can check out his channel. Check out the fact that he plays Sims 4, Minecraft. Um, he plays a couple other games from time to time. I believe I caught him playing Civ 6 from on occasion, but it's mainly like Sims 4 and um, you know, mainly it's been typically like Sims 4 and Minecraft. So, um, but the idea is that, at some point in time, we do want to try to put together a server that we both can kind of maybe do a collab with, okay, that we can kind of build together on. So, oh, Subnautica, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I did catch you playing Subnautica at one point in time. That's true. Um, so, um, so we may do something along those lines. Okay. Um, Now, if you've kind of looked on my YouTube channel, you probably noticed that I posted the occasional Minecraft video up on there, I believe. Not, I haven't done any like major streams or any major continuous streams because I kind of got burnt out with Minecraft. Um, but um, but I would like to kind of do um like a Minecraft like a realm or a server with my brother at some point in time, so that we can kind of combine our efforts on that at some point. That would be nice to do. Um, so that's also another possibility. Now, ideally, um, I would kind of like to try to do these a little bit more because at least with these, they have like an ending to them. Like they will um, they do eventually have like an end time on it. Minecraft is a sandbox. It's open end. There is no real. I mean, you can consider fighting the bosses as end game, obviously, but um, but it's still kind of open ended. So um, um, but I mean, this could be a possibility. We'll see. Um, I find Minecraft is more fun with more people. Yeah, it definitely can be. Um, Especially if you have the right kind of people. So, um, so, um, now one of the things that I've also now, for anyone that's kind of watching me right now, my brother also tried to do several years back a reaction channel on his YouTube channel. Okay. Um, Now I'm assuming that you already have a link to your YouTube channel there, Fred, on your Twitch about page. I'm gonna make the assumption that you do. Um, he put up some reactions, although I don't know how much he's had. had to take down though, because a lot of it was music reactions, and unfortunately, music is one of those that gets hit by copyright too much. Um, so um, one of the things that I kind of want, that we tried to do at one point in time, which is I wanted to get him into watching Ruby. Um, now, um, I'm up to volume 7. I have not watched volume 8 yet. Um, it volume 8 has already come and gone. Although I didn't really hear too much about volume 8, but then again, I was really limiting my um, what I was seeing reactions wise for the channels that are normally watched for Ruby. But I would, you know, one of the ideas that I wanted to do with my brother was try to get him into watching Ruby and maybe doing a reaction series on that. But again, this would require, a lot of time, dedication, and in this particular case, maybe even some editing, which I don't want to put on my brother's shoulders, and I can't really do much of anything with that. I really don't want to. Um, so maybe if I do get a remote consultant work, then maybe I'll hire someone that can actually do some editing for us to kind of combine um, our different perspectives into a single video and post it to both of our channels. Um, um, but I would kind of like to show him that at some point in time. But again, that's later down. That's later on. uh, uh, that's not something that we're going to be able to. Um, that's definitely not something like that we can drop the hat. Let's go ahead and do that. Um, we've already, I've already kind of, well, we've already kind of did a reaction to the trailers for Ruby, which is a requirement for anyone. If you're watching me right now and you've never seen Ruby before, watch the 4 trailers first. Okay, watch all the trailers because they are still relevant to the plot line of the story. Um, so um, they still have little tidbits of knowledge, given to you, from those trailers. So all the trailers are still, the trailers are kind of required viewing for that particular series, which is kind of sad because there's I'm currently watching the normies do reactions to Ruby, and unfortunately they're skipping the trailers. Well, they didn't skip the first 4 trailers, thankfully, but they skipped the season 4 trailer and they've skipped the season 5 trailers, and it's like, guys, what are you doing? These trailers are part of the plot. They're giving you information about the plot, or they're showing insights to the characters, and it's like, what are you doing? But I'm not one of their Patreons, so I can't scream at them and say you're screwing up your you're screwing up your actions. Um, uh, but yeah, I think that's about it. Um, I think that's about as much as what I have in terms of the um, idea for collabs with my brother right at the moment in time. I mean, if he has some ideas that he wants to throw my way, then that might be a possibility as well. We might try something a little bit more different than these particular 5 games that I've have listed there. Maybe he might want me to do some reactions myself to certain shows or something along those lines. I don't really know. Maybe we'll do some anime reactions, but even then, that's really difficult to do on a reaction channel. I've seen a lot of people have um, difficulty with copyright along those lines. So we might do something. If we were to do that, then I'd probably do something like a timer based. Um, just kind of put up a timer and say, hey, this is where we're at in the show or something along those lines, so people can kind of see, where we stand on those particular animes. If we were to do a combination of reactions, but kind of difficult to do it, especially for both of us that are in different states. So yeah, probably not, but we'll see what we can do on that. If if that is something um, that my brother wants to get back into, um, I don't know. Uh, I've kind of gotten behind on my anime, so um, maybe it might be something that we can do. I don't know. We'll see. Um, Maybe I'll just kind of put this. Uh, I'll just kind of put that down on the list. But you know, uh, again, uh, reactions are dangerous or copyright claims. So, um, that's one of the nice things about Ruby. They don't care. You do reactions to them, no problem. Um, Now, one thing that I think I do know about Ruby reactions is we can't monetize. We can't monetize those reactions. Um, uh, or at least I don't believe we can, because it's still their content. Um, but that's okay. That's fine. Um, we may try something a little bit different on that. Maybe we'll do like a further discussion because we've um, you know well we'll have to see, along these lines. We would, me and my brother would have to really kind of talk about it a little bit more along those lines to see if that's something uh, that we really want to take up. You know, I'm more the gamer and the coder, so reaction channels were never something that uh, I'm not someone that like absolutely gets scared by every single last thing or anything else. I'm not. Uh, what's the word? I'm not highly animated, I guess you might say. So um, that doesn't make for a good reaction channel in some cases, but maybe some people might be interested in it. I don't really know, but when my brother said that he wanted to kind of get into gaming, that's when my ears perked up. It's like, ooh, okay. Um, let's see. Because World of Warships is on in the evening, I still may do some World of Warships Saturday morning for Mikey. Seeing that he lives in Europe, it's a little bit harder for him to make um, my evening streams for World of Warships. So I may still do some World of Warships Saturday mornings for Mikey, and I may do some streams for that. Um, I may try to just like throw those on like maybe Patreon, maybe Patreon exclusive content. We'll see. Um, but yeah. What else? I need to end here real quick. Um, Last thing that I wanted to talk about was there was one thing else that I wanted to talk about. Um, oh, um, one thing that I was kind of kicking around, um, um, was kicking around the idea of making a VTuber avatar. Um, um, it would be, it would, so I've done I've done role playing in the past, so making a VTuber avatar would be much along the same kind of lines, trying to create a persona that I could try to maybe imitate, that I could try to use um, to do something different. I'm not totally sold with this idea personally. Um, and even then, I don't have the money to spend for um, an artist drawing of a VTuber avatar. So I would have to kind of try to do it myself. And let's face it, that you know, if anyone's seen my coding streams, my development of the art on that wasn't exactly great. So, uh, so I would have to kind of take take a take this or try to do this. But again, um, with my computer being very strained for some of the games and the streams that I do, then I may need to kind of wait for the building of a new computer to even consider doing something along these lines. Um, you know, and even and I did, um, I was thinking, hey, there's you know, uh, VTuber companies that are VTubers, maybe I'll apply. But at the same time, I'm not someone is that brings in a whole lot of people into my channel. Like I said, I've been doing this for 2.5 years now and only 200 people. So I'm not like super um I'm not um doing a lot. I'm not generating a whole lot of traffic, so I can't say, hey, you know, um, this is something that um, I really kind of want to do, or it's well, I don't know if I'd be able to really kind of maintain this, or I'd be able to be beneficial or this kind of thing. And anyway, I already have a job. So there would be like two different companies that I'd be basically working for along those lines, and that doesn't really work out. Um, they would have, this, a VTuber company would have to be flexible with, with my, other company, or my consultancy or whatnot. Um, so, I mean, it's an idea. I did it because of, I was kind of, I thought of doing, a particular avatar, as a funny little bit. Um, but I mean, uh, I would have a hard time trying to keep up with the persona, I would imagine. So okay, but um, that's where we're gonna go ahead and end it here, folks. I'm already over my allotted time. I wanted to end it at 8 o'clock here, and it is, um, getting around 8:15 at this point. So we're gonna go ahead and close on down for tonight. I think this is, a rough idea as to what I want to kind of do um, for the future. I wanted to kind of, seeing that this is my first day back uh, after a long hiatus, I wanted to kind of talk to you about, the potential of this channel in the next couple of weeks, if not months. So, um, yeah, that's where we're gonna go ahead and close it for tonight. Um, so for those of you that have stopped on by, my brother, thank you for stopping on by, chatting with me. I appreciate it. Um, we'll have to kind of see where everything kind of goes on this, and then we'll continue moving forward as always. So, um, hopefully you'll join me on that trip. I appreciate it when you do. So, um, so with that, I'm gonna say good night. Take care. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And I'll catch you strangers next time. Oh, don't forget. You know, links down below to my Discord, my Twitter, and my Patreon. Links to the robot team. Again, um, you know, go check that out. Please apply. You know, I, I welcome anyone that wants to join up. Um, let's see what else. Um, check out my YouTube channel with all the uh, all the videos that I have posted with the playlist that I do have. Again, I will post all the videos that I'm missing, or I will post all the videos that I haven't posted there. So look forward to that. Um, and I do post like the occasional videos onto my Patreon that are Patreon exclusive, but it's mostly like gameplay. So, um, but yeah, that's where things are right at this point. Um, so yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys and catch you strangers next time.